You hear it everywhere, right? AI is getting smarter, it's getting faster, and it's supposedly becoming more capable than us. But a brand new report from Stanford just dropped, and it reveals a massive secret about what AI really can't do. So let's ask the question, is AI actually smarter than you? Well, the answer isn't a simple yes or no. It's way more interesting than that. On one hand, we've got these silicon prodigies that can just breeze through PhD-level science questions in seconds. Seriously. But then, you ask one to do a simple chore around the house, and everything falls apart. This is what I'm calling the laundry paradox. And it's this stunning, kind of hilarious contradiction at the very heart of modern AI. And look, this isn't just a feeling. We've got the hard data to back it up. The new Stanford AI Index shows that when you put robots in a real home and ask them to do actual physical tasks, like folding clothes or washing the dishes, they fail 88% of the time. That's a success rate of just 12%. So here's the bottom line. We're watching this massive gap open up. You've got this incredible digital genius on one side and practical, real-world utility on the other. And that gap, it's getting wider. So today we're going to dig into the data and figure out why your human brain is still the most advanced piece of tech on the entire planet. Okay, so this brings us to our first big idea, what I like to call AI's digital theater. This really explains why AI's amazing achievements can feel so disconnected from our physical world. And it all comes down to something called the benchmark trap. Let's just look at the numbers for a second. The Stanford report found that when AI agents are tested on these so-called real-world tasks, but inside a perfect controlled digital simulation, they hit an incredible 77.3% success rate. And this is what creates the illusion that AI is just conquering everything. It's a world-class test taker. But seeing a number like that, you have to ask yourself, right? If the simulation is perfect, of course the AI does great. But how real are these tests when you compare them to the messy, unpredictable, I can't find my keys reality of life? And this, right here, just perfectly illustrates that reality gap. A massive review of over 500 clinical AI studies found that almost all of them test AI with exam-style questions. Only 5%, just 5, used actual, messy, unpredictable patient data. So yeah, AI is acing the theory, but it has barely even stepped foot in the clinic. The real world is noisy, and that is where AI still gets tripped up. So, if AI is this digital genius that's clumsy in the real world, where does that leave us? Well, this leads us straight to our unique and, I'd argue, irreplaceable advantage, our ability to bridge the judgment gap. This quote from a Stanford researcher says it all, really. AI is a fantastic lab assistant. It's incredible. It can spot patterns we'd never see, scan thousands of research papers, and find gaps we might miss. But it consistently fails when it comes to making those high-stakes judgment calls. See, our edge isn't about trying to compete on raw data processing. That's a losing game. Our unique ability is to take that data and blend it with physical, ethical, and contextual complexity. It's how our minds connect to our bodies. AI can process a blueprint, sure, but it can't feel the grain of the wood. It can't judge the stability of a wall by leaning on it. That is a fundamentally human skill. And knowing this is more than just a cool observation, it's basically a call to action. It shows us how to shift from just using AI to actually innovating with it. It's about becoming more than just an operator. So let me give you a simple but really powerful tool for this. It's a mental model I call the contextual postmortem. It's just a little framework you can use every single day to apply your uniquely human judgment to any suggestion an AI gives you. It's just 3 easy steps. First, ask yourself, where's the data gap? What emotional, ethical, or physical reality did the AI just completely ignore? Second, analyze the multi-step impact. Think, okay, if I actually follow this advice, what happens 5 steps down the road? And finally, apply the human verdict. Use your gut, your experience, your context, and intentionally override or refine the AI's logical but totally incomplete suggestion. And this is the difference, right here. An operator just follows the AI's instructions, plain and simple. But an orchestrator takes that output and applies deep human judgment to guide it toward a better, more nuanced, more human outcome. That's our new job. So what's the big picture here? What's the real takeaway? This latest AI index, it's not a funeral for human work. It's not a warning that we're about to become obsolete. It's actually something way more useful. It's a map, and it's pointing directly to where our future value lies. This is the whole thing in a nutshell. AI is becoming this unbelievable tool for prediction, for data analysis, for finding those tiny patterns in all the chaos. But that 12% success rate with the laundry, that tells us everything we need to know. It just can't navigate the physical, messy, beautiful complexity of our world. Not yet, anyway. So the final call to action is really simple. Use these models. Absolutely. Let them accelerate your work, supercharge your creativity, help you find insights you never would have found on your own. But never, ever, ever surrender your judgment. That right there, that is your irreplaceable human edge. Which leaves us with one last big question to think about. As AI gets better and better at handling the pure data, what messy, complex, and uniquely human problem will you choose to solve? Stay curious, keep digging. Get inspiration, spark innovation. See you in the next discovery.